Okay, picture this. Your agent just read a normal-looking web page. That page politely told your agent to ignore absolutely everything you said, and instead, exfiltrate your session token. And your highly advanced, incredibly expensive agent simply said, sure thing.
Yeah, it's almost funny, right up until it happens in your production environment. This is indirect prompt injection, or IPI, and OWASP just officially ranked it as the #1 critical vulnerability in LLM applications. Basically, if your agent browses the web, reads documents, or queries APIs, its trust boundary is fully exposed.
Welcome to our explainer on the latest empirical research covering real attack patterns, and the orchestrator defense layer you're going to need to survive them. So most engineers are already hyper-aware of direct prompt injection, right? You put a text box on a screen, a user types something malicious, and you filter it. Boom. Done. But the indirect variant, it fundamentally alters the threat landscape because the attack lives entirely in the data itself, not the user input.
Exactly. There is literally no user-facing text box to sanitize here. Your agent is out there autonomously fetching data, and that data contains hidden malicious instructions. Today, we're walking through the actual attack taxonomy and what your defense architecture functionally requires to stop it dead in its tracks.
All right, here's our architectural blueprint for today. We're covering direct versus indirect injection, empirical studies in the wild, the execution layer architecture, LangGraph defense implementation, MCP and orchestrator trust, and finally, regulatory risk. We're going to give you a concrete trust boundary model for every single external data ingestion point. Section 1. Direct versus indirect injection. Let's quickly break down the critical distinction here. So with direct injection, the attacker controls the keyboard. You can easily build sanitization pipelines for that input. But with indirect injection, the attacker controls the external environment. We're talking a compromised website, a poisoned PDF, or a manipulated database record. Your agent ingests this and just processes it as trusted context.
Right. The attack surface shifts entirely from the user interface down to the data layer. You're no longer just locking the front door. You've got to secure every single window. This makes the agent boundary, the exact moment where external data is ingested, your new and honestly your most critical perimeter.
Section 2. Empirical studies in the wild. Let's move out of theory land and look at the hard evidence of how this is actually behaving in the real world. You really have to look at the massive scale of this. Recent scans of over 1 billion URLs found more than 15,000 confirmed instances of indirect prompt injection. This is a fundamental architectural flaw, not just some theoretical prompt engineering quirk. And no, you cannot fix this just by tweaking your system prompts. And they aren't subtle about it either. 99% of these injections attempt a direct task override. They're usually hidden in plain sight, think 0-pixel fonts, white text on a white background, or just buried deep inside HTML comments. A human never sees them, but your web scraping agent reads them perfectly and treats them like a VIP command. This data point brilliantly illustrates the reality of the threat. These aren't just random script kiddies trying to be clever. This is highly structured. It's industrialized. Just 54 templates account for 95% of all cases. So this is a fully operationalized practice happening at scale, targeting agents that blindly consume external info. Notice the really explicit ignore prior instructions language used in these actual raw payloads. Attackers are ruthlessly exploiting a semantic gap here. The core issue is that large language models, by their very design, literally cannot reliably distinguish between a system instruction and contextual data when both arrive in the exact same context window. To the model, it all just looks like text that needs processing. Section 3. Execution layer architecture. So, as builders, what is our systems thinking response to this empirical data? Well, it's the execution layer architecture, or ELA. To survive this threat, we have to completely shift our mental model. We've got to move away from post-hoc behavioral filtering, trying to catch the agent after it does something bad, and move toward continuous, full lifecycle cognitive supervision. Every single ingestion point has to be treated as a fundamentally untrusted boundary. So here are the 4 ELA trust boundaries you absolutely must enforce. Boundary 1, web content. You have to aggressively strip executable instructions before they ever reach the context window. Use a separate, lightweight sanitizer model just to classify retrieved content as data only. Boundary 2, document ingestion. Flag and quarantine any text chunks containing imperative, command-like language. Boundary 3, tool outputs. Strictly validate those response schemas so malicious payloads can't piggyback on your API responses. And boundary 4, multi-agent messaging. Require cryptographic attestation here. An agent receiving a message has to mathematically verify it was authorized by the original human intent chain. That stops cross-agent privilege escalation cold.
Section 4, LangGraph Defense Implementation. Let's shift to the pragmatic side. How do we actually implement these ELA boundaries in code?
The absolutely crucial concept for your architecture is the zero blast radius rule. It's incredibly simple. A compromised external source must never, ever be allowed to cascade its instructions into your agent's main reasoning logic. You have to contain the explosion at the edge. If bad data gets into the core orchestrator, it is game over. If you're building in LangGraph, here is your functional pattern. Step 1, add a dedicated indirect prompt injection filter node to your state graph. Step 2, route every single external ingestion edge through it. Step 3, inside that node, run a lightweight classification check, specifically hunting for instruction attempts. And step 4, if it flags, you quarantine that data immediately. Do not pass go, do not forward it to the reasoning node. This creates a hard verifiable checkpoint before cognitive processing even starts. Section 5, MCP and orchestrator trust. Now, let's examine what is easily the most dangerous new vulnerability vector for modern AI agents. Welcome to the orchestrator trust surface. When you use the Model Context Protocol, or MCP, to hook up your agents to data sources, the tool descriptions themselves are actually treated as executable context. Think about that. If an attacker compromises a connected MCP server, they can poison the tool description. And because the agent implicitly trusts the orchestrator and its tools, the attacker completely hijacks the agent's logic. You are essentially handing over the master keys. If you take a look at the execution location row here, it really highlights why legacy API defenses fail completely against this. Traditional security sanitizes inputs down at the parser level, right? But MCP tool poisoning? That happens right inside the LLM reasoning engine itself. Malicious instructions are masquerading as benign metadata, bypassing your web application firewall entirely and executing right at the brain of the operation.
Section 6, Regulatory Risk and Compliance. Finally, we need to talk directly to the CTOs and architects about liability.
Look, indirect prompt injection is no longer just a weird technical bug. It is a severe regulatory failure. If you're operating in regulated spaces, healthcare, medical devices, finance, a prompt injection that causes an unvalidated action is a literal process deviation under your quality management system. Every single external data source has to be explicitly mapped in your data flow diagrams and your FMEA. This isn't just a best practice. It's a hard requirement the second your agent touches sensitive workflows.
Indirect prompt injection is not a corner case, folks. It is out there in the wild right now, targeting agents at scale. You need to deploy the execution layer architecture today. Map out your orchestrator trust surfaces and lock down every boundary. And if you want more deep dive architecture explainers like this, make sure to subscribe. But before you push your next commit, ask yourself, if your agent's memory was audited tomorrow, who actually wrote the instructions it's following today?